welcome to On the Kerbs. I'm your host, Tima Albers Daly. Joining me this week is a familiar face to long-time fans of the show, as we have our first repeat guest. That's because Isla Mackenzie has made it through to the Formula Woman Finals, and we thought now would be as great a time as any to have a catch-up and chat all about it, as well as her biggest challenge so far in the competition, putting F1 drivers into reality TV, and much more. So without any more further ado, let's get straight into it, and I hope you enjoy our conversation. Hi Isla, welcome back to On the Kerbs with me. First of all, how are you?
I'm really good, thanks, and thank you so much for having me again. How are you?
Oh, it's an absolute pleasure, and I'm great, thank you. So again, you're the one with the massive news. You're from the Formula Woman Finalist. First question: how does it feel?
It feels amazing. I didn't actually realise how many people had applied until they kind of announced all the finalists. So yeah, I'm really grateful that out of over 800 applicants, I've made it through.
Ridiculously high number.
Yeah, it is. So it's something like, it's an achievement in itself, I think. So I just keep telling myself that.
I was going to say, when do you remember what you kind of your first reaction when you found out was, or were you by yourself, or were there other people around? Did you scream and everyone?
I was actually at work. And I don't get very good signal in the dynos, so I managed to see an email come through from, I think it was from Graham's email, actually. It was either Graham or Formula Woman, so obviously my heart went, and then, yeah, I just was squealing a little bit to everyone at work. Just, yeah, relief as well.
Just step outside for a moment. I just need to yes.
Yeah, just go outside for a minute and scream.
So then, aside from becoming a finalist, because that'd be the obvious answer to this question, I think, what's been your biggest highlight from this whole journey so far?
I think I kind of reflected on it around Christmas time. I just can't actually believe how many people I've met and like all the driving tuition I have had so far. It's like more than I could have ever dreamed of, and the sponsors I got and stuff. So I think the best moment, the journey start to where I am now. I just can't believe it still. I've made good friends, made really good contacts and networked, and yeah.
I was going to say, given everything the last couple of years, you wouldn't necessarily thought that this would be the easiest way to meet new people.
Yeah, it's insane. Like, even like you see me and Becca, like I've made such good friends through the whole thing, which I did not expect.
I'm going to say the community atmosphere of Formula Woman has been great to see as well. I mean, like you say, with Becca, for example, but as well, just even the people who didn't make it through to the final 50, they all just still so supportive of it. And like, obviously, they're a bit disappointed that they didn't get there, but they're not kind of wallowing in that sense or like getting knives out for you. They're still really like pushing for all of you to do really well, and they're just kind of just fully supporting you all. It's just great.
Yeah, they are, and that's so nice. A few of the girls are still, that never made it through, are still commenting on all my things and encouraging me. And I've even seen a few of them are still pursuing motorsport, like they bought race cars and stuff. So it's just amazing.
And so and again, it's just getting your foot in the door a bit there. So even if you don't, and again with the final 50, I mean, obviously not all 50 or 60, however many it is at this point, it's hard to keep track, but
yeah.
But like even the ones that don't make it from there, they've got to this point, so the door is a bit wider open for them, and people are going to be looking at them, and like you say, you're getting sponsors and you're getting eyeballs on you with interviews like this one and various other things, and just allows you to pursue that career of motorsport a bit more. And even if you don't necessarily get all the way to where you want to go, you might find another path somewhere where you're going to be racing in something else, and that's pretty cool too.
Yeah, exactly. I think it's so nice that a lot of the girls are still obviously going for it, and I think I'll be the exact same. If I don't win it, then I want to be racing in something, and whether that's this year or next year, I'm definitely going to be doing it. Well, trying my absolute best to try and get racing.
Definitely. So then, what do you think has been the biggest challenge that you've had to overcome so far?
I think it started definitely with money. I've got amazing sponsorship, and I've been so lucky that just some simple posts on social media and things like that have got me sponsors coming in and offering to help. And that's been, I did not expect that at all. I really thought I'd have to be sending hundreds of emails out. So that was the initial big thing, and it still is a little bit, but the money side of it, because I definitely have a lot less than some of the other girls. But I think now I've kind of established my little, it's time. Kind of juggling my commute and my full-time job and trying to stay fit and revise and go karting, and it's just time now.
So it's a shame you can't be a bit more racing driver style on the road when you go to work. You could use that for training time.
I know. Maybe I do. Obviously, I don't.
So then you're saying you're trying to find time to balance everything. What have you been doing, or if you've been doing anything new to get ready for the final?
So definitely karting is something I've been doing like most of. I know a lot of the girls in the final karted when they were younger, and some of them to quite a high level. So I know that they're going to be very strong in the karting. So I've been trying where I can to go to a karting track, and fitness-wise, forcing myself to do a minimum amount of exercise each week. And I've got the dogs, so
that's half of it right there.
Yeah, so I am getting that in as well, and I am very lucky that, well, I've never actually been on a simulator, but I have an exciting collaboration coming up, so that will be part of my preparation soon as well.
Stay tuned for more on that, I reckon.
So that is much needed though as well, because I've got no experience on the sim. So
I would say it sounds like you're again, it's just about finding that time. You're pushing everything to the max anyway, so it's again just a matter of fitting it all in, and hopefully it'll be enough.
Yeah, that's the thing. I hope it is enough, because we're all pushing so hard, and if just on that day it just stops, it's going to be quite a lot to take in. But I haven't really looked at plan Bs yet. Maybe I should. I don't know.
Well, I'm trying to think, who was it that said, one of the Hollywood actors, I think it might have been Arnold Schwarzenegger, saying there's no point having a plan B, because then you start thinking about plan B, you just focus all on plan A, and then you either make it happen or it doesn't, but at least you've thrown the kitchen sink at it.
Yeah, that's exactly it, I guess. Like subconsciously, that's what I'm doing. I'm just all into plan A, and I'll figure it out.
You're too busy to focus on plan B at all.
Yeah.
To create one, so...
Yeah, I don't have time to think of plan B.
That's the way to do it, I think. Well, you mentioned the karting. You're saying that I say a little birdie told me, it was you who told me you went on the weekend. Did you manage? How did it go there?
It went quite well. I don't have a lot of experience at all having race starts, so that's like the main thing I'm trying to focus on as well. So I entered a little sprint race with a few guys from work. Some of them who are very, very good, who've been karting since they were like 8 years old. And they have come up with all the excuses, but I did out-qualify them. So
I was going to say, that was going to be my next question.
They beat me in the race, but I'm coming for them.
You've got half the battle there already, qualifying. I mean, you're at the top then already. So it's just, again, the race start, like you say, and then you'll be sorted.
Yeah, it's hard because the people that I go with, just for fun, they're people who've been doing it since they were like 8 years old. So
I say, at least when you do beat them, it's not just the luck of the draw or whatever. It's because you've properly improved them.
Yeah, so hopefully that will be more regular occurrence.
I think it's definitely for sure. I mean, again, you got this far. You can beat them in cards if nothing else.
I know. That's the thing. I keep saying I'm a lot better in a car, I think, but I'm actually really enjoying.
They don't let
karting.
them on go-kart tracks, though, unfortunately for you.
No. I know, and I wish that cars were as cheap as go-karting, but
I would say there's a lot of financial costs in motor racing that are all a bit out of whack, but I think that's probably one that's not going to change.
Yeah, I know. But yeah, it's all go at the minute.
And so it sounds like you've again. I'm trying not to use too many motor racing puns, but full throttle for this. I'm just absolutely putting the foot down for it. A couple of fun questions to finish off then. First of all, if you could be CEO of any company, which one would you choose?
Oh, CEO of any company.
Mm-hmm.
W Series.
Oh, okay. Nice. Let's say,
Yeah, and then I make myself a driver.
I was about to say what would be the first thing you do, but you beat me to it already.
Yeah, or just of Formula One.
I like that you went for W Series first, though, as the instinct.
Yeah,
So,
that's on the brain.
well, again, is that maybe Plan B?
Yeah, that'll be Plan B.
I'm just covering as many bases as I can here, so I can claim I called it later when something happens.
Yeah. Hopefully. Oh god, that would be amazing, wouldn't it?
I'm trying not to get your hopes up too much now.
I know.
I'll balance it in the other direction.
Oh,
And
man.
final question: if you could put the F1 drivers into any reality show, which one do you think would be the most amusing?
Oh my goodness.
Doesn't have to be all of them, but just at least some of them.
I don't know why, but I think like the first thing I thought of was the Bake Off.
That would be quite interesting, to be fair.
It would be so funny to have like Daniel Ricciardo and Kimi Räikkönen like in the Bake Off.
Imagine if it came down to those two for the final.
Yeah. I think that would be pretty good TV, actually. Netflix should look into that.
I was going to say they could easily make some kind of charity special for that, couldn't they?
Yeah. I think that would be pretty funny. Do the
F1 does
showstopper.
Bake Off. I'm saying Silverstone's it's still far enough away that we could make something happen between now and then.
I know. I could have said something generic like Love Island, but I thought, no, Bake Off. That would be good.
I was going to say the first one that came to my mind was I'm a Celebrity, but I'm thinking Bake Off is also quite amusing.
Yeah, it would be really funny.
Oh, well, it's been an absolute pleasure chatting with you, as always. So we'll have you on again probably at some point in the future when one of the many ideas we've thrown up today comes to fruition for you. And best of luck for the rest of the Formula Woman competition, and fingers crossed.
Thank you so much for having me. And yeah, I'm sure I will be on again.
Always lots of fun chatting with Isla, so I want to thank her again for coming back onto the Kerbs with me, and I wish her the best of luck for the rest of the Formula Woman competition. Join me again soon when I'll be chatting to another famous face from the world of motorsport. In the meantime, don't forget to like, comment and subscribe, and check out the other videos on the On the Kerbs YouTube channel. And you can always listen to me talk about Formula One, amongst other things, over on the Undercut podcast, also on YouTube. Away from YouTube, you can follow me over on Instagram at t.albers.daily.onthekerbs. Thank you for listening, and I'll see you again next week for the next episode.